Are you able to see my screen?
It's not yet.
Oh, it showed the host disabled by
Oh, sorry.
attendee.
I need to give you co-host access. Sorry about that. Forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, my co-host. Yeah, so you can now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great.
So, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, okay, okay. Can you able to see my slide?
Yeah, we can see that. We can. Yeah, can start.
Okay. So my topic, as I said, is about auto-scaling and elastic load balancer in AWS. So basically, why we need auto-scaling and elastic load balancer in AWS. So as all we know, for business continuity, we have to sign something like SLA and high availability so that the business can, our application can continue to serve the customer. That is what I can call business continuity. So we need auto-scaling combined with elastic load balancer to provide high availability, scalability, saving money by only using instance when we need. With so we scale with expected and unexpected loads to replace unhealthy servers and the healthy one. So this means that suppose that you have high traffic, we are expected more loads from user, more requests. So with auto-scaling and elastic load balancer, we can use the resources based on requests on loads. So means that at given time we can find the payment bill have been reduced because of elastic load balancer and the auto-scaling, of course, with high availability. So for this, we will go through in detail as you continue with this presentation. So what is the high availability? As I said in the previous slide, we need auto-scaling and elastic load balancer for high availability. So what is high availability in AWS? High availability, it is we need a system to remain operating and accessible even if the hardware or software or other unexpected disruption. So for this, it means that with high availability, we for the end user, our end user will not know if we have any trouble, any disturbance in our backend services. So for the users, what they want is to continue to access our systems and application. So in AWS, we achieve high availability involving design. To achieve this, we have to design our architecture to minimize single point of failure and ensure that our application can continue function without significant downtime. So some strategy to achieve high availability in AWS include elastic load balancer, auto-sharing, database replication. So in brief, what I can say on this, if we need high availability, we achieve high availability using elastic load balancer and auto-scaling, of course, database replication. So we implement for database. I'm pretty sure the base session about the database, maybe the talk more about replication. So let's continue with our session about the high availability, and we will look how we can implement it in AWS in a practical way. So what is elasticity? Elasticity is the ability of system to automatically adapt change in load by provisioning and deprovisioning resources as needed. AWS elasticity allows to handle variable loads without human intervention using auto-scaling group, elastic load balancer, serverless computing like AWS Lambda, which enables to run code without provisioning or managing servers. So for this elasticity, that is the main and the best feature AWS can provide to us to have elasticity. Means the traditional data center doesn't have this capability of elasticity, where we can reduce or have resources based on demand or on traffic. So that is the core feature of AWS elasticity. So what is elastic load balancer? Elastic load balancer is a service that automatically distributes incoming application or network traffic across multiple targets, such as EC2, container, IP addressing, Lambda, and so on. So with elastic load balancer means we have traffic either from application for network layer to our backend service. So the backend service should be EC2, which hosted our like node application, Java, Tomcat, or container. I'm pretty sure we will have also a session about container and Kubernetes. So it is a way of deploying application. IP addressing, if you want to dedicate high bandwidth traffic to the backend or Lambda function. So with elastic load balancer, we have high availability of fault tolerance, scalability of the system. What is the type of elastic load balancer? Let us look at the type of AWS elastic load balancer. We have four. We have application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer, and classic, which is going to be it is going to be removed, but let us know all those four types. Application load balancer, basically it is layer 7. It is layer 7. So choosing application load balancer when we need a feature to set for HTTP or HTTPS traffic. If you have HTTPS traffic or HTTP and you need high availability, it is better to choose elastic load application load balancer. So application load balancer operates at request level. Application load balancer provides advanced routing and visibility feature targeted at application architecture, including microservice and container. So for elastic load balancer, we charge the number of loads capacity, the number of load capacity units per hour. So in a simple way, application load balancer, it is used for layer 7 and layer, if I said layer 7, it is HTTP and HTTPS traffic. So network load balancer, it is layer 7. You choose network load balancer when you have ultra high performance, TLS, offloading at scale, central certificate deployment, support UDP and the static IP address for your application. Or when I said layer 7 and UDP and the IP address, it is a connection and connection less oriented. So we choose network load balancer when you have high traffic with TLS to support TLS and also connection and connection less oriented. So the third one is a gateway load balancer. Gateway load balancer, we choose gateway load balancer when we need to deploy and manage fleet of third-party virtual appliances that support Geneva. So this appliance enable you to improve security, compliance, and the policy control. You are charged each per hour the partial of that gateway load balancer is running and the number of gateway load balancer capacity unit used by gateway load balancer per hour. For gateway, the key takeaway for gateway load balancer, it is used for third party as well as for security. The classic load balancer, it is the old generation. Basically, it is provide basic loads across multiple instances that support layer 7 and layer 4. The same, you are charged, AWS charge the number of loads per hour, the number of gigabyte data transfer through your load balancer. So I think if there is anyone who has a question until for this slide, I can give him some minute to ask. If no one, we can continue. Does anyone have a question about auto scaling, load balancing before we continue? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ange, but I
Yes.
think there's no one.
I think it's fine. I just want to get the full meaning of that TLS.
Oh, TLS. When you said TLS, it is encryption. It is a certificate for encryption to encrypt traffic between a client and the server. So means if you have, for example, if you have a third-party application, you want to integrate like NIDA, for example, and you want your traffic to be encrypted between your application and the NIDA service. So it is better to embed the TLS for encryption purpose. Yeah, that is what I can explain about TLS and yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So let us look at the key feature of elastic load balancer. So for this purpose, I think we will get more in practical, but for elastic load balancer, as you said, it distribute traffic across the target group. So how? Let us look at the key feature of elastic load balancer. It have health check. Health check means it keep checking the target group if all are healthy. If are not healthy, it doesn't allow the request to be hit the target. it have integration security, integrated with security. Application load balancer can be integrated with AWS web application firewall to protect from the common web exploit attacks. So the simple way with security application, we can integrate load balancer so that it can filter any unallowed traffic based on the policy you defined. So cross-zoning load balancing means that for high availability purpose, there's a time we can have like one availability zone goes down. So with elastic load balancer, we can route the traffic across multiple availability zone or even on-prem when we have a VPN or other connection between those availability zone or on-premises data centers. So path and host-based routing. So that means with elastic load balancer, we can have so many URL, so many routing paths. Like for example, I can have Tomcat application. When I type my IP address on the browser, I can be able to access my Tomcat application. When I type the same domain or the same IP and I put /node, I can be able also to access my node application in the backend target group. So that is how example I can explain the path and host-based routing. Connection draining. Elastic load balancer ensure the in-flight requests are completed before the instance is taken out of the service for maintenance or scaling activity. Application load balancer can generate access logs that capture detailed information about the request and the response, aid the troubleshooting and analysis purpose. So with elastic load balancer, it ensures that the backend service is healthy. If it's not healthy, it can't orient the request to unhealthy target group. That is one. The second one, it keep the logs about the backend services so that you can be able to know where the request come from and the response and the time it takes to respond. The target group, another feature is the target group. Elastic load balancer route request to the target group, which include instance, IP address, lambda, and also container as well. So with the target, we can have so many target group. We can have IP addressing. If it is network load balancer, lambda function if it is a application, also container if it is application. Those are the key feature of elastic load balancer. So for example, we can define path based on host routing when you don't want to have so many load balancing URL. So let us see application load balancer configuration. How do we configure application load balance? So I think before we go to this technical part, there is anyone who has a question about this key feature of load balancing? Do we have anyone? If not, let's continue to the how we can configure load balancing. Hello, Cynthia.
Hi,
Hello.
yeah, we can hear you. You can continue.
Okay, let us continue with this practical part, how we can configure load balancing. So I chose to go with EC2 because of the previous session we had about EC2. So I didn't choose to go with container or Lambda because we are not yet having this kind of session. So I prefer to go with EC2 if we want to implement load balancing. The minimum you can have for high availability purpose is at least 2 EC2. So are you able to see my screen? Let us create EC2.
Yes, we can see your AWS.
Yeah, I think if also there is someone who have free tier account, he can go step by step with me so that you can. So basically at least 2 EC2. I prefer to use, I give a name ELB EC2. So I choose Amazon Linux and I go with a 3 tier 2 micro. That is fine. I don't want to change anything because the storage, we will have a session about storage. I already have a key. So let's create a security group. If you have, you can choose one, but let us create So for security group, I choose SSH, but SSH is not necessary in our case. So what we need, because we want to work on application load balancer, we can keep HTTP and HTTPS, but let us have SSH as well. So for storage, I don't want to touch anything because I think we had a session about EC2 and the storage. If not, I think it will be the next one. So for advanced, I only want to put this metadata I had. So if I can explain in brief, it is to install Apache Web Server. Then for each Apache Web Server, it will display, if I go to the browser, hello world with the IP address of my EC2. So as I said, the minimum instance I can have to test my load balancer 2. So let us launch my load balancer. So the step by step and the next slide, maybe Cynthia can share in a group so that someone can use, or otherwise I will share if you want to do more in practical, you can use in the future. So my EC2 I created the letters, the name one as First, second, so my instance are created. Let us create load balancer. Go to the load balancers in EC2 console and look for a load balancer and give the name. Click on create. Go to the, for our case, because I want to display my HTML page I hosted for each instance. Let us create application load balancer because it is for HTTP and HTTPS purpose. So I give the name ELB application. So my load balancer, I want to be internet facing because I want to access my page over internet, but you can use internal for routing request purpose. There is so if it is for network, you can choose so many. There's so many options. So what basically before you have to look if to select your VPC and map your availability zone. Select your availability zone if you want. So let us create target group.
Sorry, please, before you leave here, I can see you have 4 availability zones selected. So does this have to, is it related to the number of, like, you have 2 instances, 2 EC2 instances?
Yes.
So meaning they are going to be probably in 2 availability zones. Is that correct?
Yeah.
While
Yes.
you were creating the 2 instances, they are in.
Yes, I didn't check my instances availability zone. So, but it is my AWS region. You have, of course, to choose AWS region. It is
Okay.
make
So
sure your load balancer is in the same region with your EC2 you created.
Okay. So once it's on the same region, it's okay.
Yeah. So if it is not, you need, there is also other mechanism you need to put in place, like how those instances can be communicated. So there should be some kind of VPN and also other connection you can put in place if those instances are not in the same region. So for my region, it is East US East to Virginia, US East Virginia, East 1. Maybe I cannot. It is not good to select all the East Virginia. Yeah, if I choose only the first one, it will work. So let us create a target group. Because I want to create an application on the balancer and which will route my traffic to my EC2. Let me choose, I have to choose instances. But there is other option here like Lambda, application, things like that. Let's give my target group name. Protocol, I want HTTPS, so VPC, it is the default I have because I didn't create another one. So if I have many, I can select protocol. Let us remain with HTTP1 instead of HTTP2. The main difference of this, it is the security purpose. So health check is HTTP. Okay, let us press next. And we select our instance created before. And press on create. So let us go back to our load balancer page, refresh, and we select our target group. So for other let us remain, let us be default one. Okay, didn't specify the submit. At least 2. Okay. Okay. So our load balancer is created now. We are able to access our application URL. our backend services URL. So our load balancer URL is this one. If we go on browse, you can able to access. Because of my internet limitation, I think you can. I'm not able to access any IP. Let me change my network so that I can able to browse our backend.
I guess we lost Ange.
Yeah, he's probably reconnecting. Said he was going to change his network. Just wait a couple minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Ange, we can hear you now.
Okay. Are you able to?
So you shared the ARN link. Can you share the URL, please?
Okay. Let me share. So
Also, you're no longer sharing your screen. I don't know if you're aware of that.
oh, sorry. I changed my network so that I can be able to see my to access the URL. So our load balancer is created. If we're able to see are active and running. So the DNS provided.
But sorry, Claude. I think we are unable to access your page. It's killing us. The site can't be reached.
Okay, let me check why.
Yeah, check it.
Let me check my security group.
Is the EC2 or the EC2 in the target group? Do they have? Are they running anything?
Yeah, they are running sample pages. They are running sample page. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if if you go to this public IP for EC2, you are able to see these pages for
Yeah,
this first
it's
one.
working really.
So you go to this one. So it is working. So let me check my security group because forward balancer may be at the causing the issue. Was basically the AWS provide domain for it DNS records. Otherwise, I have to remove this one. Maybe have some issue. Let me delete this one. Let me recreate it again. So protocol, I need HTTP, target group, to check my target group. Yes. Oh, my target group is not associated with any load balancer. That is the issue. That is the issue. Okay. Okay, yeah. So the issue I didn't include my I didn't include my target group on my EC2 was not on my target group. That is why. Sorry, teams, for taking you your time, but okay. So our load balancer is created. Let's go back to ELB. What? Okay. But if I check on my target group, I have two instances which are healthy. Don't know if I'm able to see my screen. Hello?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah, yes, we can see.
Yeah, my instances I added to my target group are healthy. So, which also the main purpose of Elastic Load Balancer to check the backend services are healthy. So if I go to my load balancer, you see is active and running. If I copy my domain, so I don't know. Not able to route to, I think I have certain security limitation here. Okay. So for this lab, we even if I'm checking why this security group is not allowing me to route my traffic to my load balancer, but the main purpose was to create in EC2 and add those EC2 to our load balancer, so that I can be able to route my traffic from one instance to another using load balancer, so that in case one instance goes down, I can be able to have access to the other one for this for this security purpose, for business continuity purpose. So while I'm checking why, let us go to the next step about what is auto-scaling, so, and why we need auto-scaling. So, are you still able to see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, yeah. So for even if we created the load balancer, but for the high availability purpose, if I go to instances as I created 2 before and I stop 1, so my load balancer will continue to route traffic to to the remaining one. So the other one, if goes down, so our system will not be available. So that is the main drawback of load balancer. So we can't rely to load balancer only. That is why elastic auto-scaling is needed to keep track, to check if the instance you defined are still available as the number you specified, because with auto-scaling they are what you call policy and the strategy. So that is the core benefit of using auto-scaling in AWS. So with auto-scaling we have 2 main, or there is a 2 type of auto-scaling. There is a vertical and horizontal. We can scale your application, your resources in 2 ways. You can increase your resources based on loads, or also you can increase the number of instances based on the loads. Suppose that I have like 100 users who is hitting my application. So one way I can auto-scaling my application is to increase RAM and CPU based on those requests. The other way, I can increase the number of instances, the number of servers based on that request. So both have advantage and disadvantage. So when you scale based on the instance, you have high availability. But when you scale based on resources, you don't have high availability. So for AWS, you have those 2 core features for auto-scaling, which we can use for high availability. So let us look which policy you can define when you're auto-scaling your instances. You can auto-scale your instances based on CPU utilization, RAM, or traffic. So, and also how you know those traffic using CloudWatch. CloudWatch will count metrics based on policy you defined. Then it can help you to auto-scale your instances. So let us look how we can auto-scale our in AWS. Let us delete those. My security group may be at the one who is causing conflict. So before we go to auto scaling, let us first delete our instances we created so that we go with that one. Let us terminate the instances we created. Okay, let us delete the security group which are not in use. Okay, let us create and do our lab about auto scaling. Okay. Go to AWS EC2 console. You go to auto scaling. We create auto scaling. We give name. We launch a template. For template, like the normal way we did for creating our EC2. Let us use Amazon Linux. We go for free tier, and then let's create a security group. So for storage, don't touch anything. Okay, then let's use this metadata. Then we run template. Okay. Let us launch template. So let us go back to our auto scaling group, refresh, we refresh, then we choose our template we created. Go to next. If you want, you can select subnet and availability zone, or you can choose the minimum CPU and the maximum. Let us give to. Also for RAM, for our security group. Then we go to next. You go to next. So here you can attach an existing load balancer. You can attach new, you can create a new. So let us attach the existing one we created. So this one. Wow. If you have like more VPC, you need to be communicated. You can select VPC literacy service, but in our case, we don't have. So for health check, we can add load balancer as well. Then if you have CloudWatch, we can enable, but in our case, because we have another session about monitoring, so I skip this, but in the future it is better to have in production. So the desired capacity, it is the number of instances you want to be created automatically. The minimum, it is the minimum number of instances you should have. So the maximum, let us keep 4, then 2. Next. And create. So let us wait for our auto scaling group to be created. If we go back to our EC2, we will find that those desired capacity we specified are automatically created. So if I try to delete one instance so that I can show you the beauty of auto scaling, it will create automatically another one for us, because in our auto scaling policy we specified to have at least two instances. It can take a time, but it depends on the time we specified to be refreshed. Yeah, we can give it a time. We will find that another instance is created. If we go to our auto-scaling group we created, we will find that it gives us help for instances, detail for instances. Those are more about our instances. We created more information. If we go to our auto-scaling, we find that if we go to our load balancer, you find that the policy we specified, the network, the security, and so on. So basically, pretty much that is about how we can create auto-scaling and the benefit of our auto-scaling. Yeah. If there is anyone who has a question about auto-scaling, you can. Okay, you find that even if we deleted that instance before, for auto-scaling have created another one for us because we specified the minimum we can have. It is to the desired capacity. So we find that our auto-scaling have been created another one for us. That is what it is also for high availability purpose. So pretty much that is it about auto-scaling, how we can create it. So I have a limitation about my internet in my office about this load balancer. So pretty much that is it about auto-scaling. So with auto-scaling, you can specify the target based on the size as we did on the maximum, the minimum we did in practical. So there's also what you call auto-scaling plan. For auto-scaling, let you use scaling plan to configure a set of instructions for scaling your resources. If CloudWatch add a tag to auto-scaling, you can set auto-scaling plan to set resources by application. So for auto-scaling plan, you can have average CPU utilization up to 40%. You can have 50 or you can have 7% to keep to keep track your optimization of availability and reducing the cost. So how we can create auto-scaling plan? Go to EC2, go to auto-scaling. Then you create. Let us choose auto-scaling group created. Then you go to next. So those auto-scaling I was talking about, this option optimized for availability, balanced. You can choose it from here. It depends on how you want to reduce the cost. Then you go to next. Here you can select your group. Then you create. Basically, that is it about the auto-scaling and how we can implement load balancer and auto-scaling for high availability and business continuity purpose. So the key takeaway for this, so auto-scaling and the load balancer help for high availability and reduce cost if you use it for best practice and best purpose. So that is it about this about the session. If there is anyone who has a question about this, can let me know, and we answer together. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes. So if there is anyone who needed to continue about practicing about load balancer, auto-scaling, EC2, or I can recommend to continue do more, because for business continuity and deployment, it is the key. It is a key. Yeah, because of all of us, we sign necessarily about the client with the client and the third party user. So if your application it doesn't have load balance, is not high available, you will end up losing business. Yeah.
Thank you, Ange. I think that is it.
Thank you so much, Ange, for this session. As we normally do it, we always do a short quiz related to this topic. But this time around, we have also included some previous topic just so we can refresh the memory. But again, it's all related. I'm going to start the quiz. I'll share my screen. Do I share my screen? I will share my screen. Let me see if I have.
Yeah. Let me stop sharing. I think Cynthia, you can remove me for sharing.
Okay. Let me just classic mode.
Hi, Ange. I think
Hi.
can I? Let me see.
Sorry.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So everyone used Kahoot before. We have been using this now for, this is the third session, I believe. So if you have the Kahoot app, you can obviously use the app and use this here, but I think we can also share the link. I'm just going to drop the link into the chat. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, good. People are joining. I can see 13 people. So guys, let's join and play. It's fun. It's just a refresher. Of course, what's really important is going to be to continue to do a lot of practice. As you can see, not only the concept is not enough, like you actually need to be very familiar with the AWS environment and build things there. So I would encourage everyone to always go back and go again over the topic and do the lab again. If you don't have an account, you should open one. All right, so we have 6 people. All right. Okay, I think we can start in 2 minutes. Yeah, you can use the web version or you can download the app. Okay. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Okay. Everyone knows how this works? So there's a question up the top here and the options. If you are using the app, you are straight away seeing the options. And I think on the web, you see everything. So be able to choose. Cynthia, I think this is normally the format, right?
Yeah,
Do
that's
we read the question or everyone is seeing where everything is?
yeah, everyone can see. Maybe as the question display, you can read it. So
Okay. Yeah.
so that's the format.
Yeah. So every question has about 20 seconds. So read through the option quick and choose. Okay. The next question is, which AWS offered load balancer should you use to handle hundreds of thousands of connections with low latency? Which AWS offered load balancer should you use to handle hundreds of thousands of connections with low latency? Okay. All right, let's go. Next question, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding autoscaling group? Okay, let's go. Next question. Changing EC2 type from T3A medium to T3A twice large is an example of. Good, 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 good. Which load balancer is best suited for HTTP or HTTPS load balancing traffic? Perfect. You want to preserve the root volume when instance is terminated. What can you do? You want to preserve the root volume when instance is terminated. What can you do? Which statement is correct regarding EC2 instance store? What can you use to handle automatically the changing load on your website or application by adding compute resources? Okay. Which of the following is not an autoscaling strategy? Which of the following statements is not a feature of load balancers? Which of the following options is not a point of consideration when you choose an AWS region? Not a point of consideration. Okay. Which AWS service offers easy horizontal scaling of compute capacity? Which service can be used to automate image management processes? What are AMI not used for? Amazon AMI. Cool. Which EC2 purchasing option can provide the biggest discount but is not suitable for critical jobs or databases? Good. All right. Congrats. Guys, I can see that we had DB's, sorry, your name, what, Miss Achilles Ashil on the second spot, and Serge on the third spot. Thank you so much. This is my first time actually running the quiz, so I'm also learning a lot. Do you guys feel like what can we improve with the pop quiz after this, or the quiz? Do you think it's too fast?
Yeah.
Do you think it's too fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, we may do something about that. Maybe add a little bit more time, and also we can. I felt like I didn't have much time to reason about it. But we decided to also bring back a few of the questions from the previous session. So I would encourage everyone to go over the material again, as a way of reinforcing what we are learning and making sure that in a few weeks' time, which I believe is maybe 6 or 7, or maybe a little bit longer, but not much longer than that, everyone should be expected to be able to sit for the practitioner exam. I think that's it. Next session is on Saturday. Cynthia, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I don't, but I wanted to ask if maybe anyone has a question regarding the quiz and the topic that Ange covered. If anyone maybe has something that they didn't understand well.
Cynthia,
Sorry, good morning.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, I can hear you.
Sorry, will the slides be available for us to go through, or a link or something?
Yes. Are you part of the WhatsApp group? Because I've already
Okay.
shared.
You said what?
The WhatsApp group, the AWS user group KW community WhatsApp group. Are you
Okay, sorry, I don't think I'm on the WhatsApp group.
okay? Let me just give you the link because if the resources we use are shared there. So
Okay.
I just shared the link. Just join.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, thank you too.
So I think, Cynthia, before you move forward, if I can add something.
Oh yes.
Okay. So if there is anyone, or even if who is willing about this auto sharing, this deployment strategy, DevOps stuff like that, I'm open to support. You can ping me on LinkedIn, so we can share some tips and ideas. Yeah, you can find me.
Thank you so much, Ange.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much, Ange. Also, Ange is on the WhatsApp group, so you can reach out to him via the WhatsApp. And very soon we're introducing like challenges. So every week we'll have like challenges to do. Every 2 weeks we'll have a challenge to do. So we'll be using AWS Educate. I don't know if anyone knows about AWS Educate, but you have to first create an account. So I'm just going to share a link so that when we start the challenges, you already have the account set up. The challenges will be there to help us try to practice, have some hands-on, and also be able to learn from other people on all these topics that we're covering. So if you can go to AWS Educate and set up your account so that when we announce the first challenge, you'll be ready to start. And the challenge is not long, it's just 1 hour reading and then doing some assessment, and then you get a badge, an AWS badge that you can also use on LinkedIn. So it's a very good thing. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to add, Olivier.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Ange, for this session. And yes, we'll continue the chat within our WhatsApp group. And yeah, feel free to ask any question in there. We are all there, so we'll be able to answer any query regarding any of these sessions. Thanks. And have a good weekend.
Thank you, Olivier and Ange, and bye, everyone.